Welcome to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, founder of the Reiki Business Collective and creator of the Build Your Reiki Business program, sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business. Greetings, welcome, and thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. It's Christian. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm honored to have you here for another episode. In this one, we're talking about SEO. SEO for your Reiki business that may have you just saying WTF. But first, have you heard I have a brand new program available that is an affordable step-by-step guide to starting and growing your Reiki business. You can learn more and get started right now at standingstoneshealing.com/blueprint. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And it's one of those tech things that many of us as Reiki practitioners really have a lot of confusion and uncertainty about. And so if SEO has you saying WTF, you are not alone. You may even be wondering what the heck SEO is. You may have heard it thrown around the term and be wondering exactly what it is. In this episode, I'm going to break it all down for you. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And that's just a fancy term for helping search engines to find and rank your website in their results. So optimizing your website for search engines helps it to get found. So SEO helps search engines like Google, especially because we know Google is the number one search engine, to find your website and to show it in search results. So SEO matters because it allows your website to be found in search results and to rank higher in search results so that when someone is searching for a term that is relevant to your website is showing up and it's ranking higher in results. Now, we know that when someone searches for something like on Google, that the first several results are the most important. Those are the ones that people are going to click on first. Not as many people are going to click through all of the, 30, 40, 50 pages of results. They're going to be focusing in their search on the first page of results, even the first several results, and not as often will people click to the second or even third page of the results. So with search engine optimization, your site will show up in the search results higher. Without SEO, so if you do nothing for search engine optimization, your site will still show up in search results, but it will not be as high. And it may very well be down on page 4, 5, 10, page 30 of the results. And if your website is on page 30, ain't no one gonna see it. So then, if we don't want our website to show up on page 30 of the Google results, if we want our website to show up in search results on the first couple of pages, even in the first couple of entries, there are some things that we can do about it. I've got some tips in this episode to share with you and some things that you really want to consider to optimize SEO for your Reiki website. But before I share the tips with you that I use and that I have learned over the years, I want to encourage you that this is something you can do yourself. There are a lot of companies out there that will do SEO for you, and a lot of them charge a lot of money for this. But the vast majority of things that they're going to do are things that you can do too, with some basic knowledge and understanding, like what you will find in these tips. Now, this is not to say that these companies are ripping us off. This is not to say that it's not beneficial to hire them, not at all. But especially when you are a newer Reiki business, or even an established one, and you just want to get into the SEO game, you don't need to hire someone to do it for you with a big fancy price tag. So before you pay someone lots of money to do SEO for you, do these things first. Number one, the number one way that you can improve your Google or any search engine rankings is to not use a free website. Now, these free websites are the ones where you go to a web builder like a Wix or a Square, and you get a free website from them. So your website ends up being a subdomain of their website. So your website might be thereikidude.wix.com. That is a subdomain, and those websites are free websites that you are building on Wix's main domain. So they give them out for free, and you can build your website there, but it's not going to be thereikidude.com. It's going to be reikidude.wix.com. This is problematic for SEO because search results view these kinds of websites as temporary. They view them as sites that don't have longevity or staying power, and they expect that these sites are not going to last. If we look at search engines from the perspective of a company like Google, we can think of the results as giving the customer what it wants and needs. And Google wants to do a good job for its search customers and give them results that are what they want and need. And if we have a site that is viewed as temporary, then Google is not going to rank that site high in search results if it's just going to go away. So search engines really favor longevity when it comes to the search results. So a website that is the main domain, the root domain, like reikidude.com, search engines are going to view them more favorably because they have a greater chance of sticking around and longevity. Now, along with this is that you can purchase your domain for up to 10 years. And if you purchase and pay for your domain with that long-term view, search engines are going to look more favorably on your domain. Now, in the first year or two of our Reiki business, we might be nervous to buy our .com for 10 years because we might think, oh my gosh, I don't know, am I even going to have a Reiki business for 10 years? Maybe not. But after the first few years of our Reiki business and we're established and we're feeling like we're going to stick around, renewing our domain for that 10-year limit is a good idea because it sends the signal to search engines that we're not going anywhere, that the domain isn't going anywhere, and that it is safe for them to rank the domain higher because it's going to be around. Now, if you're thinking, OMG, I have one of those subdomains. My website is reikidude.wix.com. So, oh no, my website is not going to show up on Google results. And by the way, if you're Googling your website and it's not showing up, that may have something to do with it. The number 2 thing that you can do to boost SEO is to check your H1 tags. Now, we're going to get a little bit technical here. I hope I don't lose you. But H1 tags are header tags on your website, and these signal to a search engine what the page is about. You should have the ability to do the admin back-end things to each page of your website. So to do things like change the slash, so .com/ and whatever that link is. Oftentimes at this space in your web builder, you're able to check the H1 tags and modify them. Also, depending on the web builder, you may be able to do this directly as you are building the website and to select that a certain heading on your site is an H1 tag. But remember, this sends the signal to the search engine about what that particular page is about. So you want your H1 tag to be relevant not only to the content, but to your audience as well. So you want your H1 tag to be like the heading for that web page, but you also want it to be relevant to your audience and something that they would be searching for that would grab their attention, that would help them to know that they are in the right place and that this page has the information that they're looking for. So, knowing our audience is very important for SEO because we want to be tailoring our site to our audience and to search terms that they are looking for. So your H1 tags play a part in that. Number 3, keywords also play a part in that. Now, you've probably heard the term keywords, but you may wonder what the heck it even means. Keywords are just simply the words that you use on your site that appeal to your target audience. So let's say you have a physical location. You offer in-person Reiki sessions in a particular town. Let's say like the middle of Iowa, you have a Reiki practice in Des Moines. It's a good idea to embed Des Moines throughout your website so that if someone is looking for Reiki in Des Moines, your website has a higher chance of ranking higher in search results for Reiki practitioners in Des Moines. Or let's say that you combine Reiki and tapping. On your website, it's a good idea to include not just the keywords of Reiki, but also EFT, tapping, those kinds of phrases that are going to appeal to that kind of audience. And let's say that you use Reiki and EFT together specifically for high school students experiencing anxiety. then you also want to include those keywords on your website too, and not just in one place, but all over the place. So for instance, if you go to my website, standingstoneshealing.com, you will see Reiki Business as a keyword all over the place. So make sure that keywords that your target audience would be searching for and interested in appear all over your website. Now, number 4, along with those keywords, we're going to get techie again here for a minute, are the meta descriptions on your website pages. Now, what the heck are meta descriptions? Meta descriptions are the little snippet of text that shows up whenever someone is looking at search results. So the little description of the website that you see, the blurb that you see before you click on a search listing, is the meta description. You can write that, and I recommend that you do. You can go into each page's admin stuff. It looks different on different web builders. You get to it in different places on different website builders, but the key word that you're looking for here is the meta description. And in that meta description, you want to, again, embed those keywords so that someone can see and read that your website, that particular page, is relevant to them and what they're looking for. Now, meta descriptions don't actually help your site rank higher, but they do help people to know that the site is what they're looking for. So meta descriptions do increase clicks. So they do increase people clicking on your website, and clicks do boost your ranking. So the more people who visit a page, the more people who click on a page, the more search engines will rank that page as valuable and push it higher in the results. Now, I have seen this with my own website where, for instance, I will write a blog article, a brand new blog article, and it will get impressions, meaning that it will show up in Google search results when someone searches for a particular term. So let's say a new blog article has 100 impressions, or it shows up in search listings that someone could click on 100 times. And then someone clicks on that particular blog article, maybe 10 people click on it. So those are 10 clicks. Google will say, oh, this is something that people are clicking on. It's something that is helpful and relevant, and so we're going to show it to more people. So then maybe the next week, Google will show it to 200 people, so it will have 200 impressions, and 50 people click on it. Well, then Google is saying, oh, this is relevant. We're going to show it to more people. It's going to rank higher in search engine results. And of course, when it ranks higher, it gets more clicks. Now you have SEO working for you. It does take time for SEO to work. It's not a quick thing that you can do and see results right away. You can see results right away, but more often it takes time for your web pages to rank, especially depending upon the keywords and the search terms. If you're just hoping to rank for Reiki, the chances are pretty good that you're going to be on page 30. But if you can get more specific, you can indeed rank higher in search results. Again, particularly if you are location-based. The last thing I want to encourage you to do to help boost the SEO of your Reiki website is to be publishing fresh content on it. So I have a blog that I am frequently updating, and posting fresh content on your site signals to search engines that your site is fresh, it's alive, it's not outdated. You know, as Reiki practitioners, we know about that energy thing, right? And so, if you are updating your website frequently and including fresh content, videos, blog articles, those kinds of things, then indeed it's sending the signal that there is energy behind your site and that it is not a dead site. Now, I talk more about blogs in a past episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast, so I'll drop the link to that episode down below where you can hear more about how I use blogs on my website and the benefits that I've seen through using blogs, and how it is a really good idea for your Reiki website for your SEO. Now, there's a lot more to say about SEO for our Reiki business websites, but what do you think about SEO? What are your tips for boosting SEO for your Reiki business website? Join us in the Reiki Business Collective Facebook group and tell us all about it at facebook.com/groups/Reiki Biz. Sending so many blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business. Thanks for tuning in to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend. Learn more about the Build Your Reiki Business program at standingstoneshealing.com/build. Sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business.